So there's been a lot of crazy things going on in my life recently, so I haven't been back to the park in about 2 weeks, which is too long. These videos generally are queued up in advance, so we're running a wee bit behind, and we need to get in there and check to see if they cleaned out that super and take care of some other business back in the park. So come along. The biggest danger to leaving equipment on a hive too long that is not occupied by bees is that wax moths will start ripping it apart and hive beetles will move in, and pretty soon you'll have a bunch of destroyed comb. This has been on here a lot longer than I had first intended. Hope we haven't started to raise brood up here. We're trying to take this super off. Now let's see what's going on. However, it was pretty obvious to me that the bees hadn't given up on this super as easy as I'd hoped. Mainly cleared out, but there's a little corner of honey still left. We've got tiny little bits of resources left. They're not supposed to preserve the resources up here. They have and they haven't. I mean, that's what it is. These bees have not given up on this this deep up here, even though it is totally separate from their hive. Yes, that really was some old brood. There didn't appear to be any larvae. There didn't appear to be any eggs or whatsoever, but something got up there and laid. I've done this trick quite a few times over the years, so it really was surprising to me to just see as many bees as there were in the inner covers and in the upper super. Though the hive wasn't super packed with bees, it was fairly full of bees, so we knew that it was a good strong colony beneath. We had to dig a little deeper. I don't know where they got that one. See what's happening down here? I had 2 supers under the first inner cover, so I didn't expect to find much in that super other than a little honey. Well, maybe a lot of honey. Lots of honey. Well, for a colony that was at one point a dying drone layer, they're doing very well. So we'll checkerboard it up. It is the goldenrod flow now, so I'll encourage them to have area. They do have area to store. Still amazes me what a beautiful turnaround this hive was. And it was one that I really thought was in deep, deep trouble. However, I've yet to see any, well, I was about to say I've yet to see any brood, but that answers that. Drone on this side, worker on that side. We'll go a few more frames. Queen cup. Nothing in it. We're in September now, and generally speaking, you already see a drop-off in laying. But I do want to see at least one nice little area of solid laid brood besides that little corner of that frame over there. We are still up in a medium. We haven't gone downstairs. That's where I would expect to find brood. Brood. Okay. So, what we've got going on downstairs is a good indicator that we're still on track with this hive. We'll try to get them calmed down again. We're not into really cold weather yet. So we have a lot of displaced bees right now from having the supers on the sides. We'll let them calm down and find their way back to the entrance. I hate when that happens, but it happens when you're trying to pull a lot of supers. Leave the entrance reducer there for now, and we'll come back a little later and put it back on. A little bit of cleanup time on some old frames. We set them out, they have a little bit of residue on them, and boy do they go into town. Including, it looks like, I can't see if I got it in there, one little yellow jacket is helping itself. In about 24 hours, they'll have any residue basically taken off of the frames and put them away. So 24 hours later, they cleaned out those frames, and everything's back to normal in the bee park. So we're gonna take this super. There's one girl. But they've pretty much cleaned it all up, so now we're going to freeze the frames for a little bit and then throw them into storage. Throw a few mothballs on. There's two types of mothballs. It's very important to use the correct type of mothball. I'll put a little note down there in the bottom. But we're about to enter a serious heat wave, and we'll see how that works out. Bees are already taking to drinking up the water pan that I have out for them. It's very important that during hot weather and when things get dry, you have some water out for the bees to get, because otherwise they'll find the neighbor's pool and the neighbor might not be too happy. There is one last thing that I want to add. It's not related to bees, but it's kind of important to me. One last sad note. With September came the information that Jimmy Buffett passed away. I play in a Jimmy Buffett tribute band, and it's a very sad day for us all. His music is going to be missed seriously. Till next week, from Buzz Park, goodbye.